Hey guys, it's JH. Okay, so look, we're just going on what we call Walkabout here in Australia. I've got my roving cameraman with me today, and I'm just going to show you something I've been working on in conjunction with the really flat pushing down type plane. What I found is that it enables me to have all my components going together, and they're very slow. And I can actually get in a situation where I can actually almost pause the golf swing. You've never seen this with JH, but it's allowing me to do it. Now we'll just hit some 3-woods. I'm going to force it down. Now I don't think you've ever seen, oh gee, that's a good shot. You've probably never seen JH swing with that type of tempo before. And it's because I'm so connected. And I've got so much pressure pushing down in the golf swing that the arms are not active. I guess that's probably the best way to explain this. The arms are just not active. You're getting the ball and everything? Yep. Yeah. So watch this, guys. I mean, that's really slow for me. And I can be slower. You just shoot a couple up here. Now they're really slow for me. Want to shoot some from behind? We never get a chance to do that angle. It's not a very flattering angle.
No, that's okay.
Were you shooting into the sun? I'll go this way a bit so you can get away from the sun. So watch the almost the pause. Guys, they're just unbelievable golf shots. The swing feels like it's 5 miles an hour, but I'm getting more speed because I'm actually hitting it a long way. I'll hit some this way now. You can shoot from there. That'll be a good angle. That'll be a good angle. We don't get a chance to do this very often because this part of the range has always got something going on it. So I'm pushing down really flat. Now look at this, guys. I get so much through. See, that's crazy distance. I'm getting so much through pull off a swing that feels like it's 20 mile an hour. I have no feeling at all that there's any speed in the golf swing. And it's very much like when you see Sean Clement, the Canadian guy. I mean, he comes to a complete stop and he looks like, the swing's 10 mile an hour, but he hits it like 300 plus. He's got tremendous speed. And he's not exactly an athletic or a strong guy, but he generates enormous, okay, he generates it from up here. I'm generating it from behind. Just have a look at another one of this angle. I'll really try and do a good job of pausing. Well, that could be the best 3-wood I've ever hit in my life. A lot of speed on that. Wow. That's incredible. Want to shoot some up towards the tree? I mean, that was just what I would term almost a manic activation of the golf club. It just went like a bullet. See, we rip one over that tree. Now guys, that's over the tree. There you go. Now that's over the tree. How about that? Want to shoot a couple more front on? Now I remember fellow Aussie Steve Elkington, he used to have that look about him when he first came out. He almost had a pause, and of course Australian major winner Wayne Grady had an absolute pause at the top of his golf swing. Now I've got no pause, but I've got a lot more than I normally do. Push it down here. Now it's a perception. I mean, I've just flown that tree. It's a perception. I mean, I actually had a couple. The reason we wanted to do this is that off camera I was fooling around, and we said I will do some Sean Clements pausing, and I was actually pausing. I was actually getting a pause. So I'll see if I can actually replicate it. Push down here. See, that's so long. That's flown the tree by 30. Okay, then now that's interesting, isn't it? As soon as you come on camera, I can't do that pause that I had off camera, but I'll really try and do it. Because we were hitting some shots out to the old car out there, and we were absolutely ripping it. Okay, I'm going to pause. Now guys, that's the longest one of the day by miles. Now that feels really silky and smooth, and that's something that can never ever be attributed to JH's swing ever. Not ever. But that actually feels smooth. Doesn't feel like my swing. Okay, we'll see if we can do a better job. Pushing down. Guys, this is the feeling. The shoulder goes this way. Doesn't go this way. I feel like a carousel. I'm just turning like that. I'm not pitching that way at all. Okay, there's no pause in that, but that's a lot slower than I normally swing. Okay, really, I'm going to actually try and get a pause. Now, if I get one, like I did before, I can work on that. I've got to understand what creates that pause. Guys, that was close. Wow, that's the best shot of the day by miles. That's cleared the tree by 40. See that? And I got to say, it feels like I've got no speed. It feels like I've got 50 miles an hour. Amazing. You can't hit it that far with 50 miles an hour. I mean, they're just so straight.
Down to the car. Oh, I've got the good angle. The yellow car.
Yeah, just come back here because it's a little bit downhill there. See if I can just get a good lie, and we'll just. What about? I just want to have a little. What about that? Okay, I'll just get a couple more balls. It's good having this mic, guys. I can go walkabout. And we haven't tried the roving microphone before today. So it's a little bit of fun. Okay, well, I'll aim at the old Fort Fairlane. Gee, that's a good shot. See, that's way by the car, isn't it? You reckon I have to come around a little bit?
I've got full view of this shot.
I just felt that I was aiming a little.
I can get all of you and the ball trajectory.
Okay. Yeah, if when I'm hitting it, you can just have the camera up a bit. You don't have to worry about the ball. You can just try and get the trajectory. You reckon you got that?
I think so.
Yeah, so guys, I might mishit this because I'm actually going to try and stop. I'm actually going to try and stop and see what happens. Now, I clearly don't have a mechanism for stopping. I've got no mental program, so I could mishit this. So this is what I call a prior excuse. I'm prior excusing this one.
Early apology.
Yeah, early apology, that's a good one. Early apology. Okay, here we go. Now, speak up. You've never seen me hit tree woods like that, have you?
No, never.
See, Clint's seen me hit a lot of shots, but he's never seen me hit the ball with that type of flight. And I normally always hit it, you know, almost dead straight, but it's different. The ball flight is different.
When you do something that's always flat out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he said then that when I do something, it's always, I've only got two speeds, fast and ridiculously fast. See if we can get this down to the fence. That's about 245. I don't think I could do that. I'll tell you what, that's as good as it gets right there. Now guys, the good thing about this is you'll be able to see the plane from all angles. That's why I got the cameraman to shoot some shots from behind.
If there was something in front of it, sort of, it's up to you. You go that way again.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a good angle because that'll show the release. That's a very good angle. See that, Clint, that's going to get to the red car. Look at that. That's almost to the red car. That would be a good angle.
It is about 45.
Yeah. Yeah, it just shows the, you don't want to get in front of me and I hit over your head. He's a cameraman, he's not an escapee from a lunatic asylum. Okay, here we go. Can't believe how straight and long they are. Okay guys, that's just a couple of different shots. Do you want to hit a couple?
Not on camera.
Why not? Huh?
I'm having one of those days.
He's got a great swing. He hits it beautifully. Okay, we've got one ball left. Mate, just shoot one from back here and I'll see if I can hit a burner. I'll just do a little, what we call a snappy trappy. We should get some good ball flight. So hard out of this crabgrass. Yeah, how about that? A little burner. Okay guys, that was good. It gave us a chance to test the audio today and a walk around. Yeah, but Clint, just do a pan around here. Guys, this is where I practice. This is the range. The facility's over there. That's the actual driving range. You want to just do a zoom over there. That's where everybody practices over there. My personal tee is over here. Over here is that little nursery area where you see me with the barbed wire behind. But this here is actually not part of the range, but I have access to it, and I come up here and do all my testing up here. The actual golf course is over there on the other side of that fence, past the pump house over there. Little public golf course, great little place, you know, only a little short fun golf course, but tricky little green, small, good place to warm up your short game. And they're the ubiquitous aiming points up there. They're everywhere. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. All those trees, they're all my aiming points. And when I practice, guys, I promise you, I never ever just zoom in on the forward fair lane.
Yeah, I am.
Zoom right up on it. That's an old forward fair lane, guys. That's the target. See the drums that it's on. Sometimes when you're here, when I practice from over here and I'm really on, I can get 5 irons and I can stick them in between those drums, or stick it in the window. Not every shot, of course, but you know, if you hit 10 shots, you'll get 4 or 5 between the drums and a couple in the window, and it's really good. So when I refer to the forward fair lane on the tapes, that's the forward fair lane. Yeah, so this is our little practice area, guys, and the people that own the range are fantastic. They give me carte blanche here. Even when we come over here and we hit out of the rough. The reason I like hitting out of the rough and the crabgrass, and which is like barbed wire, is that you've got to hit the ball good. If you don't hit the ball good, you don't get a result. It's easy to hit it off manicured grounds all the time, but I like it over here, and particularly when I hit long irons, because sometimes you've got to really dig it out. So this is the facility. This is where we are. And this is the cow paddock. And that's the real cow paddock. Have a look at that. That's the real cow paddock in there. I mean, that's, sometimes we go over there and we hit some rescue shots out of the grass. It's like 2 feet deep over there, and you get someone in there, and that's what I do with people. I take them over and say, well, you know, you've got to play out of this. Show me how you would do it. So it's perfect. I mean, that's the sort of rough that you get on a British Open course, or even some of the country courses here in Australia. So that's Australian countryside, guys. There's the hills. That's where I used to live up there. Just pan up to the hill up there where the pine trees are, right up on top of the ridge. So yeah, that's us, guys. And pan through the trees here, Clint. See Mount Warning? This is the famous Mount Warning. Can you pick up Mount Warning? That's the famous Mount Warning. I think Captain Cook saw that from out at the sea, and he said it was a warning point. That's the famous Mount Warning.
Volcano.
You know, I haven't been up the top of that yet. I've never walked up there. I must do that one day. If there was a road up there, I'd drive up. Okay, guys, that's just a little bit of digression, but this is where we practice. This is the JH practice paddock, so to speak.